Today we are back talking about more spirit battles and their references and origins in Smash Ultimate, and so far I'm not regretting starting this gargantuan task. But then again, it's only been 2 episodes, so who knows, once I get to Spirit 749, maybe my tune will change. But that day has not happened yet, so make sure you subscribe to see my sanity slowly vanish, and today we're gonna get started with the battle against the fearsome Shy Guy. Shy Guys first appeared in Doki Doki Panic, a game created by Nintendo in cooperation with Fuji Television. The game was originally made as a means to promote Fuji Television's Yume Kojo 87 event, promoting the latest TV shows and products. The then president of Nintendo later conceived the idea to convert the game into a Mario title, so developers reskinned the characters and other various portions of the game to better match the Mario universe, and that game went on to be released as Super Mario Bros. 2 or Super Mario Bros. USA in Japan. The spirit battle against Shy Guy has 3 Mii fighters, 1 of each type, all wearing red clothing with the Shy Guy mask on, which really doesn't need an explanation. The Mii Gunner also has the tail item equipped, which is referencing the Fly Guy, a variation of the Shy Guy who can fly. All of these Mii fighters prefer their neutral specials, which all throw out projectiles, and they get easily distracted by items. These qualities are meant to be a reference to the Sniffits, which is another variation of the Shy Guy that shoots out projectiles from behind their masks. The battle takes place on Mushroom Kingdom 2, which is a stage based on Super Mario Bros. 2, and the track is also the ground theme for Mario 2, all to neatly finish off the reference to Shy Guy's game of origin. You know, those Shy Guys who like to shoot out projectiles would absolutely love the sponsor of today's video, Frag Pro Shooter. Frag Pro Shooter is a mobile team-based shooter that you can play anywhere, anytime. Play against 100 million other players to be the first team that destroys the enemy bunker in 3 minutes. A strong deck is your best friend, and with over 100 characters to choose from in Frag, you can devise the strategy that works best for you. Plus, you could play in a bunch of different game modes. And when using the link in my description, you can get a bunch of free rewards. A golden chest, 5,000 coins, 200 diamonds, and another unique reward. And you can get all of this loot even if you've already downloaded Frag before. A huge thank you to Frag Pro Shooter for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the spirits. The next battle is against Spirit 44, Pidgit. Pidgit again debuted in Doki Doki Panic in a handful of levels before being merged into Super Mario Bros. 2. Pidgits are a species of small birds that fly on magic carpets and occasionally swoop down on the player. The spirit battle sees Pidgit take over a Peach in the black color scheme, as both Peach and Pidgit have the ability to float in the air. This could also be a wider reference to Super Mario Bros. 2 as a whole, which was Peach's first playable appearance and also where her float ability debuted. Peach also starts the battle with a rocket belt and increased jump power, further referencing Pidgeot's ability to fly for a considerable amount of time in its origin game. Lastly, the stage is naturally based on Super Mario Bros. 2, with the track being the ground theme for that game once again. Additionally, Pidgit can also be a hazard on this stage, so he actually gets to participate in the fight even more. Keeping with the Super Mario Bros. 2 spirits, next up we have Mouser. Mouser is a cool guy mouse with sunglasses, a design that remains untouched from its Doki Doki Panic appearance. Mouser serves as a recurring enemy, serving as the world boss for Worlds 1, 3, and 5 of Mario 2. Mouser inhabits a Pikachu for the spirit battle, obviously choosing a mouse because he himself is one. Pikachu also uses the Callum costume because both have those cool guy sunglasses. Pikachu also starts off with a Bob-omb and gets easily distracted by the mini Bob-ombs that spawn during the fight. This comes from Mouser's fight in Mario 2, which sees him throw bombs at the player, with the player having to pick up the bombs and throw them back before they explode in order to defeat him. This fight also takes place on Mushroom Kingdom 2, but the battlefield form this time. The song that plays is the boss theme for Mario 2, which plays when you take on Mouser during the game. Our final Mario 2 spirit battle is number 47, Wart. Wart is the main antagonist and final boss of Super Mario Bros. 2, again straight from Doki Doki Panic. He's a giant lizard monster that tries to take over the land of Subcon, and who also created all of the enemies encountered in Mario 2. The spirit battle against Wart naturally has him inhabit a King K. Rool, as they are both giant reptile monsters that wear crowns. Additionally, King K. Rool is joined by a Peach ally, which on first glance seems strange. But this Peach fighter frequently uses her down special, pulling turnips up from the ground. Not only does this move itself come from Super Mario Bros. 2, but the boss fight against Wart also involves the Dream Machine spewing out vegetables, which the player needs to use in order to defeat Wart. The song for the battle is also Mario 2's boss theme, and while it's not the song that plays in the Wart fight in the original game, it's probably the next best thing. The stage is Skyworld's battlefield form, which represents the 7th world of Mario 2, the Sky. This involves a lot of clouds, making Skyworld the perfect stand-in, and the temple in the background could even be an analog for the temple in Mario 2's graphically enhanced Super Nintendo release. Finally, the hazard for the battle is Slumber Floor, which puts you to sleep periodically if you don't have an immune spirit equipped. This is a direct reference to the story of Super Mario Bros. 2, where the story is revealed to have taken place inside of Mario's dream, hence the association with sleep in the battle. Our next spirit battle is against Boo, who first debuted in Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES. In that game, their full name was Boo Diddley, a reference to Bo Diddley, likely to fit with the theme of the Koopalings being named after musicians. Boos are ghosts that will follow Mario until he looks at them, where they will then hide their faces and no longer move. After their debut in Mario 3, Boos would become a regular enemy in the Mario universe, with basically every Mario game utilizing them in some way. The spirit battle sees Boo represented by a white Kirby, another round character with a white color that can float, though not as well as Boo can. Kirby will also turn invisible during the fight, which is an obvious nod to Boo's ability to become transparent and invisible. Kirby also has increased shield durability, which is another nod to Boo's intangibility while shielded, but also a wider reference to just how uncommon it is to defeat a Boo in the early Mario games. This fight stage is the slide lift tower segment of the Mushroom Kingdom U stage, which is meant to be an analog to the first stage that Boos are encountered in, World 2-Fortress, which makes a bit more sense when you look at the Super Nintendo remaster of Mario 3. The track for the stage is a remix of the main theme from Luigi's Mansion, referencing the role of Boos as one of the primary enemies in that game. Alright, big number 50 is next, the Bob-omb. Bob-ombs first appeared in the Mario series in Super Mario Bros. 2, making them originally from Doki Doki Panic. They can chase after the player for a short time before exploding, but they can also be picked up and thrown at other enemies. Bob-ombs were the first original enemy from Doki Doki Panic to appear in another Mario game, making an appearance in Super Mario Bros. 3. The spirit battle sees Bob-omb take over 3 Kirbys, all using the dark purple color as the closest match to a Bob-omb's black color. Naturally, the fight routinely spawns Bob-ombs as well. The enemy also has increased throwing power, which is a twofold reference. The first is of course a nod to Bob-ombs being throwable enemies, but the increase in power is also meant to better represent how devastating a Bob-omb can be damage-wise in the Mario series. The Kirby team also has increased movement speed, representing how a Bob-omb will chase after Mario. The stage this fight takes place on is Mushroom Kingdom, which is an interesting choice as Bob-ombs never appear in the original Super Mario Bros. The track for the fight, however, is the airship theme from Super Mario Bros. 3, a reference to how often Bob-ombs are used as one of the primary enemies on airship levels in the Mario series. Next, we have the Chain Chomp. Chain Chomps originated in Super Mario Bros. 3 and have of course been a staple ever since. They are a giant metal ball and chain creature, typically tethered to an object, and will quickly launch out at Mario, but only to the extent that their chains allow. Their design was inspired by an experience that Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto had as a child, where a dog attempted to bite him but was kept back by his leash. To this end, Chain Chomps also have dog-like features, most notably barking. The spirit battle has Chain Chomp take over a metal Pac-Man, with the metal bit being obvious. The choice of Pac-Man is also clear, but this is made more apparent by the fighter favoring Side Special, turning Pac-Man into his more retro appearance, which looks very similar to Chain Chomp's appearance. This attack also behaves somewhat similarly to the way a Chain Chomp will quickly lunge out during its attack. The fight also has the Chain Chomp assist trophy spawn regularly, because of course it does. Finally, the stage this fight takes place on is Yoshi's Island Battlefield, a stage based on Yoshi's Island where Chain Chomps are prominent enemies. The stage also features 2 Chain Chomps in the background. And the track is the main theme for Mario 64, which is also the theme of Bob-omb Battlefield, a world in Mario 64 that notably has a Chain Chomp smack in the middle. Spirit 53 is next, the Nipper Plant, debuting in Super Mario Bros. 3. These are flower enemies that can stay still or walk around and will jump up towards Mario whenever he tries to jump over them. It's also impossible to stomp on these enemies under normal circumstances, but they can be defeated through other means. The spirit battle pits the player against a team of 8 tiny Pac-Mans, or Pac-Men, I guess. Pac-Man is chosen naturally because the Nipper Plant and Pac-Man have a similarly shaped design, which I can really only describe as a pizza shape. Nipper Plants can also be often found in groups, so this is why a team of Pac-Man were used for the fight. The enemy loves to jump, which is of course a nod to Nipper plants jumping while trying to attack Mario, and this includes the use of Pac-Man's up special, which turns Pac-Man into his classic appearance, which is closer to the Nipper plant than his default appearance. The stage is Super Mario Maker's battlefield form, which includes a transformation based on Super Mario Bros. 3, the Nipper plant's debut game. Likewise, the song for this fight is a remix of the ground theme for Mario 3 for the exact same reason. Next, we got the big boy Boom-omb, spirit number 55. Boom-omb is a Koopa who first appeared in Super Mario Bros. 3 as the boss of each world's fortress with a variety of different abilities depending on the world. Boom-omb then had quite a long hiatus, but then triumphantly returned in Super Mario 3D Land 23 years later, and is now used fairly regularly by Nintendo. Boom-omb's spirit battle is against a giant Squirtle, for the obvious connection of a turtle-like creature. Squirtle is giant to better match Boom-omb's proportions as well, and the red color scheme is chosen to make Squirtle's shell red, matching Boom-omb's shell color. Squirtle has increased super armor and is hard to launch or flinch, and can deal damage by dashing into you. This is a callback to Boom-omb's fights in the Mario series, where he will charge at Mario and have very little that can get in his way until he runs out of steam. The stage, Unova Pokemon League, is a stand-in for the fortress levels that Boom-omb is typically found in during Super Mario Bros. 3, and the track is a remix of Fortress Boss from that game, the song that plays during the fights against Boom-omb. Next we have Tatanga, who is interestingly the only spirit in the entire game that is labeled as representing the Super Mario Land series. Tatanga is the main antagonist from Super Mario Land, an alien from outer space who kidnaps Princess Daisy. Tatanga also serves as the final boss fight of this game, with Mario having to fire missiles at Tatanga's spaceship in order to defeat him. He then makes a return as a more minor boss in Super Mario Land 2. In the spirit battle, Tatanga is represented by Morton, who is simply chosen because he is also a Mario enemy inside of a vehicle. The parallel to Tatanga is furthered by Morton starting the fight off with a Super Scope, allowing him to fire projectiles in a similar way to the fight against Tatanga. This fight stage is Mario Galaxy, representing two things. The first, of course, being that Tatanga is an alien, and the second is Tatanga's appearance in Super Mario Land 2 being the boss of one of the game's worlds, Space Zone. The song is a remix of Super Mario Land's underground theme, which if I'm not mistaken is also the only song in all of Smash Ultimate that originates from the Super Mario Land series as well. The next spirit is Hothead, an enemy that debuted in Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. These are big balls of fire and energy that slowly move around specific platforms. These enemies were converted into an item in Super Smash Bros. Brawl and onward, behaving much the same way as in Super Mario World. However, the item version will grow bigger if it takes damage, resulting in a harder to avoid hazard. The spirit battle has the Hothead take over a Pac-Man, giving it the Curry ability, allowing it to breathe fire constantly. The parallel here is clear. The Hothead is a round fire-like enemy, and Pac-Man with Curry becomes a round character with fire-like abilities. Pac-Man also starts the battle off with a Hothead item equipped, just to make matters worse, and the Hothead item also regularly spawns during the fight. This battle stage is the Slide Lift Tower portion of Mushroom Kingdom U, representing the typical stage that Hotheads would appear in during Super Mario World. This is also true for the battle song, which is the Castle and Boss Fortress medley from both Mario 3 and Super Mario World. Also debuting in Super Mario World, we have Spirit 59 Chargin Chuck. These are quite literally Koopas that are American football players who are super mad at Mario. They'll throw footballs as you'd expect, as well as for some reason baseballs, and they'll even shovel rocks at Mario. And as their names suggest, they will also charge him down. Chargin Chucks were missing from the Mario series for quite some time, finally making a reappearance in Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U, and an even more recent appearance in Super Mario Odyssey. The Chargin Chuck spirit takes over a team of 4 Warios that all favor their dash attack. This is of course because Wario's dash attack is pretty similar to Charles' dash, and Wario also wears a helmet, though his is a bike helmet rather than a football helmet. The team of Warios could reference finding multiple Chargin Chucks in one area, or simply is just a reference to a football team. Super Mario Maker is this battle stage, and it seems to linger on the Super Mario World form, naturally referencing Chargin Chuck's first ever game. The same is true for the track of this battle, the ground theme from Super Mario World. It's time to celebrate Wiggler Wednesday with Spirit 60 the Wiggler. These are big caterpillar-like creatures that first debuted in Super Mario World and are regular characters in the Mario universe. Wigglers are typically nice and calm creatures, but if jumped on, they will turn from yellow to red and become furious, chasing down anyone in their path. So, the spirit battle involves the Wiggler taking over a yellow Yoshi. The color here is obviously meant to match up, and if you wanted to stretch it further, Yoshi and Wiggler were both introduced in Super Mario World, so this could be why Yoshi was chosen as the fighter. For the battle conditions, the fighter will become powerful when it's badly damaged, which is based on Wigglers becoming enraged when attacked in the Mario series. The only item that spawns during the fight is Lipstick, which is the flower item. This item causes any player hit by it to grow a flower on their head, which causes them to slowly take incremental damage. But the item is obviously chosen for the fight to match up with the flower that grows on Wiggler's head. Lastly, the stage is Yoshi's Island Melee, a stage based on the early levels of Super Mario World, and the song is also the ground theme for Mario World, both meant to be a nod to Wiggler's debut game. Spirit number 61 is Kamek the Mechakoopa, a regular minion of Bowser's who interferes with Mario's adventures using his magical abilities. As a species, Mechakoopas first appeared in Super Mario World as enemies found in both Lemmy and Larry's castles, but Kamek as a distinctive Mechakoopa character didn't debut until Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island as one of the antagonists of the game. Kamek's spirit battle sees him take over a team of 4 cyan Inklings. The color of these Inklings not only matches up with the robe that Kamek wears, but they also wear glasses just like Kamek does. These Inklings also all spawn with Star Rods, which is meant to be a stand-in for Kamek's magic wand. The fighters are all easy to launch after a little while, which refers to how relatively easy Mechakoopas are defeated in Super Mario World. And there being a team of them is based on how one Mechakoopa will immediately get replaced by another from somewhere. This fight takes place on the Slide Lift Tower segment of the Mushroom Kingdom U stage, which is a stage in New Super Mario Bros. U where Mechakoopa is actually a boss. And the track is Fortress Boss from Super Mario World, based on Mechakoopa debuting as a fortress enemy. Mechakoopa is spirit number 62, first debuting in the Mario series in Super Mario World. But just barely. They are literally only seen in the game in the very last level. They show up in the level, and then they're used in the final battle. That's literally it. Mechakoopas are little wind-up Bowser-ish robots made to attack Mario, and Mario uses them to deal damage to Bowser in the final battle. As these are little robots made in the vague image of Bowser, the spirit battle sees the player take on a team of 4 tiny Bowsers. Their being tiny is meant to make them look closer to the Mechakoopas, and the use of the yellow color is based on how prominent yellow is in the Mechakoopa design. They also start off with a Bob-omb, which is a reference to how they will explode after a short time. This fight again takes place on the Slide Lift Tower segment of Mushroom Kingdom U, based on the location they are often found in the Mario series, and the track is a remix of Super Mario Bros. 3's King Bowser theme. While from a different game than the Mechakoopa's debut, this is meant to represent the role that Mechakoopas play in the final battle of Super Mario World. Our next spirit battle takes place against Dry Bowser. Dry Bowser was first introduced in the Mario series in New Super Mario Bros. After Mario defeats Bowser in World 1, Bowser falls into lava and has his flesh melted off of his body, leaving him with just his skeleton and shell, but somehow still alive. Dry Bowser quickly became an incredibly popular character among fans, resulting in his further role in a couple of main Mario games, and also his presence in many spin-off titles. Our spirit battle against Dry Bowser is of course against a regular Bowser using the gray color scheme, which is the closest color Bowser has to Dry Bowser's appearance. The battle conditions start with the floor being lava, a direct connection to the lava Bowser falls into to become Dry Bowser. The fight in New Super Mario Bros. Is also referenced by the stage, Reset Bomb Forest, with the battlefield form being based on a castle. Dry Bowser also breathes fire and has increased defense after a little while, which is based on Dry Bowser's powerful fireballs and overall increased strength in this form. I guess milk really does give you strong bones. And finally, the song for this battle is again the remix of King Bowser from Super Mario Bros. 3, which is just fitting as a fight against one of Bowser's forms. Spirit 65. The Big Urchin. The Big Urchin is an enemy that debuted in the Mario series starting with New Super Mario Bros. Wii in the game's water levels. It's a big urchin that tries to poke Mario. That's about it. The spirit battle has the Big Urchin take over a giant Jigglypuff, which I don't think I really need to explain. The ribbon color scheme is likely chosen because it's somewhat close to the color of the Big Urchin as well. Jigglypuff is also easily distracted by the items that spawn, which are the Unira. Uniras are items from Clucoo Land, which coincidentally are also sea urchin-like creatures, so the reference comes full circle for the Big Urchin. Finally, the match takes place on Mushroom Kingdom U's battlefield form, representing the series that the Big Urchin debuted on. And the background track is a remix of the ground and underwater themes from Super Mario 3D Land, with emphasis on the underwater portion for the Big Urchin battle. King Bob-omb is our next spirit, number 66. King Bob-omb was first seen in Super Mario 64 in the game's very first mission, Big Bob-omb on the Summit. The king is indignant that Mario would dare climb to the top of the mountain, so he declares battle against him, and Mario quickly wins. Since then, King Bob-omb has been a regular in spin-off titles, but not very present in main Mario games. Just like the fight against the standard Bob-omb, this spirit battle takes place against a dark-colored Kirby, except this time Kirby is giant to match King Bob-omb's size. Kirby is also easily distracted by items, which are, to no one's surprise, exclusively Bob-ombs. I mean, he is the king of the Bob-ombs after all. This battle takes place on Peach's Castle, which is a stage based on its appearance from Super Mario 64. The song is also Mario 64's main theme, which is also the song for Bob-omb Battlefield, which is where King Bob-omb is encountered in Mario 64. The Shine Sprite is our next spirit battle. Shine Sprites are small sun-looking objects that can be found in Isle Delfino, first appearing in Super Mario Sunshine for the GameCube. They are somehow the source of power on Isle Delfino, and all of the graffiti that appears on the island causes them to scatter and hide. This spirit battle is a doozy. The main fighter is a golden Rosalina and Luma who spawns with the final smash, which is meant to represent the Shine Sprite itself. But aiding Rosalina is a team of 3 Kirbys, who could be stand-ins for the Piantas. Both are very cartoony looking characters who are mostly a single color. The colors of the 3 Kirbys also line up with the 3 types of coins in Super Mario Sunshine. You have your standard gold coins, then blue coins which can be used to purchase a Shine Sprite, and red coins which are tied to specific missions where you need to collect all 8 in a single level. Rosalina will also randomly become invincible and also randomly receive her final smash. And while both abilities are typically tied to Superstars and Power Stars, this is meant to be a nod to the Shine Sprite based on how similar the two are. The battle also only spawns star-themed items, just to tie the comparison together even more. This battle takes place on Delfino Plaza, which is the setting of Super Mario Sunshine and where the Shine Sprites live, and the roof transformation puts the Shine Gate front and center. The battles track is also a remix of Delfino Plaza's main theme as well. Sticking to Isle Delfino, the next spirit is for the Piantas. These are the residents of Isle Delfino, and they have little palm trees on their heads. Aw, look at that. Outside of Sunshine, the Piantas are mostly designated as background characters, but there are a few exceptions where they will be more prominent in a game or even playable. The spirit battle sees the Piantas take over a variety of Kirby colors: yellow, blue, red, and orange. These are the most common colors that Piantas have been in the Mario series history, though it is possible for Piantas to be other colors. Both Super and Poison Mushrooms will spawn during the fight as a nod to Piantas being created for the Mario series. Banana Peels will also spawn in a tidal wave during this fight, which is a reference to the variety of fruits that are found and collected by the Piantas on Isle Delfino. And the stage and song are both Delfino Plaza, which I don't think needs explaining at this point. And what would Super Mario Sunshine spirits be without the antagonist for the game? Shadow Mario. Shadow Mario first appeared in Super Mario Sunshine as a troublemaker who frames Mario for a bunch of vandalism that happens all over the island. Shadow Mario looks like Mario except for his whole ass body being a transparent blue, and he wields the magic paintbrush to summon the icky paint-like goop. Shadow Mario is of course revealed to be none other than Bowser Jr., who was also introduced in Super Mario Sunshine, as an intentional attempt to frame Mario for the crimes. Shadow Mario rarely appears after Sunshine, as it was only used as a disguise for Bowser Jr. and thus serves no further purpose. For the Spirit Battle, Shadow Mario is represented by his own true form, Bowser Jr. Jr. will both randomly receive his final smash and have his meter charge quickly, which are both appropriate for this fight as his final smash is none other than Shadow Mario himself. The fight also has a sticky floor hazard, which is meant to emulate the behavior of the magic paintbrush's paint throughout the game. And as you would guess, the stage and song are both for Delfino Plaza, the central location of Mario Sunshine. Moving into the next generation of Mario games, our next spirit is number 71, Luma. Lumas are star-shaped creatures that live out in outer space, and who notably travel with Rosalina on the Comet Observatory. They debuted in Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii and have been regularly featured in many Mario titles since. For the Spirit Battle, Lumas are represented by a team of Kirbys: yellow, blue, red, and green, all of which are common colors that Lumas can be, though there are more than that. Star-related items also spawn throughout the fight to fit the theme of Lumas being stars. The stage is Mario Galaxy, referencing their first game, and the song is a medley of 2 songs from the Galaxy series, Rosalina in the Observatory and Luma's theme. The former is the theme of the Comet Observatory, where many Lumas live in Galaxy, and the latter is the theme that plays while Rosalina is reading her storybook, telling the story of how she became the mother of Lumas. Hungry Luma is up next, spirit number 72. Hungry Lumas are a special type of Luma that can be found throughout the Galaxy games. These are Lumas who are starving for either star bits or coins, and when they have received their desired amount to eat, they will balloon up, fly out into the cosmos, and explode, transforming into a new planet or sometimes even a whole new galaxy. I really hope that meal was worth it. The Spirit Battle has the player fight against 2 characters, a Rosalina and Luma and a Kirby. The Hungry Luma is represented by Kirby being a similar shape and color, and also both being characters that inhale a ton of stuff and have the ability to transform. Rosalina, meanwhile, is there to represent how she looks after all of the Lumas, so in this case she's aiding her Hungry Luma in battle. Rosalina being pink also references the color scheme of the Hungry Luma. The only item that will spawn during this fight is the Super Launch Star, which is an item based on the Launch Star from Mario Galaxy, which allows Mario to launch himself towards other planets and galaxies. And typically, after a Hungry Luma has transformed into something, a Launch Star will spawn for Mario to now go to that new place. Finally, the stage is, of course, Mario Galaxy, and the song is Egg Planet, the theme for Good Egg Galaxy, which also features the very first Hungry Luma that can be found in the game. The Honey Queen is next on our list. She's the queen of all bees on various galaxies in the Galaxy games, and Mario weirdly crawls around her on like their very first interaction. The Spirit Battle sees the Honey Queen take over a Pikachu wearing Ethan's hat. Both the character and the costume are because of the black and yellow design matching up with a honeybee. Pikachu is also giant, which is a nod to Honey Queen's giant size. The only item that will spawn is the Beehive, which is pretty self-explanatory. The fight is also a stamina battle, which might be a reference to the Bee Mario form having a limited stamina gauge for flight, but that might be a stretch. Once again, the stage is Mario Galaxy, and this time the track is Gusty Garden Galaxy, which doesn't really have any relation to the Honey Queen outside of being a Galaxy track. But it is a banger. The next Spirit Battle is against Lubba. Lubba is a big purple Luma who first appeared in Super Mario Galaxy 2 as a companion to Mario, traveling with him throughout the different galaxies, filling the role that Rosalina had in the first game. Like previous Spirit Battles, Lubba as a Luma is represented by Kirby, but this time giant and using the purple color scheme to better match up with Lubba's appearance. Kirby also starts off with a Super Launch Star, and these items also spawn as a reference to the Galaxy series. This battle has low gravity enabled, which is a reference to the gravity-based gameplay sometimes found throughout the Galaxy series. And of course, the stage is once again Mario Galaxy, which notably has Lubba and the spaceship in the background at certain points. The track that plays is the Starship Sails, which is a song that is original to Galaxy 2, which is also Lubba's debut game. Spirit number 75 is Starship Mario. This is the ship that Lubba captains and is used to travel to different galaxies in Super Mario Galaxy 2, functionally replacing the Comet Observatory from the first game. The starship didn't originally look like Mario's head, but after Lubba and Mario agree to team up, Lubba temporarily names Mario as captain and transforms the planet to be plumber-shaped. The Spirit Battle pits the player against a giant green Mario, with the size and color scheme being a clear match to the ship's size and color scheme. The fight also features lower gravity, which is again a callback to Galaxy's gravity shenanigans. And again, the fight is on Mario Galaxy, being a stage based on the series the ship is from, and also featuring the ship in the background. The track is also the Starship Sails, which not only debuted in Galaxy 2, but is the track that plays whenever Mario pilots the Starship Mario into a brand new world, making this song the perfect track against this spirit. Spirit 77 is Plessie. Plessie is a giant reptile who first debuted in Super Mario 3D World, piloting Mario and the gang through a handful of levels in the game. Plessie is inspired by plesiosaurs, which are extinct marine reptiles, and Nessie, a nickname for the Loch Ness Monster. Plessie is also potentially related to Dory, a similar reptile who first appeared in Super Mario 64. The spirit battle sees Plessie take over a giant yellow Yoshi. Yoshi being a reptile, this makes sense, with the size matching up better with Plessie's size, and yellow being kinda the closest color to Plessie's orange since Yoshi doesn't have an orange color scheme. The stage for this fight is Great Bay, which is a reference to the water segments that Plessie is used for in 3D World. The Spirit Battle song is Slide, a song from the Slide levels of Super Mario 64. In Super Mario 3D World, Slide is remixed and used as a track for Plessie's levels. But in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the song is literally just the original ported directly from Super Mario 64. Next up, we got the little lad, Cappy. Cappy is a Bonitor, a race of ghost-like hat creatures who first debuted in Super Mario Odyssey. Cappy teams up with Mario after Cappy's sister, Tiara, is kidnapped by Bowser, and he turns himself into Mario's hat to join him on the adventure. But Cappy's default appearance is a white top hat with a wisp of hair at the top and a ghostly body. The Spirit Battle sees Cappy represented by Mario in his wedding outfit, with Mario's white top hat meant to reference Cappy's original appearance in Odyssey. The item for this battle is the Boomerang, referencing Mario's ability to throw Cappy out as an attack before Cappy returns to Mario's head. Occasional invisibility is also at play here, which may be a reference to Cappy essentially being able to hide in plain sight by looking like an ordinary hat. This fight takes place on Rainbow Cruise, which is meant to be an analog to the Odyssey, as both are flying ships. And the song is Jump Up Superstar, which is obvious as Cappy first appeared in Mario Odyssey, and this song is basically one of the game's main themes at this point. Spirit 79 is the girl herself, Pauline. Pauline has a pretty interesting history with Nintendo, but she first appeared in the 1981 arcade title Donkey Kong, then simply known as Lady. Donkey Kong was actually Mario's pet at the time, and Donkey Kong broke free and kidnapped Lady. She was quickly replaced by Peach as the main damsel in distress, but she did see a return in the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series before her ultimate triumphant return in Super Mario Odyssey, where she serves as the mayor for New Donk City. The Spirit Battle has a lot going on. It starts off against Peach and Mario. Peach appears in her red costume to better represent Pauline's original design, which was as a blonde woman in a red dress. Mario, meanwhile, is in his wedding outfit, which is meant to be a nod to Pauline's role in Super Mario Odyssey. Peach tends to avoid conflict, which is a nod to Pauline basically just waiting for Mario to rescue her in Donkey Kong. Mario also starts off with the hammer item, which is a reference to the hammer item in Donkey Kong. After a while, a giant red Donkey Kong will also spawn, a callback to Pauline's role in the Donkey Kong arcade game, where Donkey Kong was considerably bigger and also had more of a red color than strictly brown. This Spirit Battle gives the player reduced jump power, which is meant to be a callback to how bad jumping was in Donkey Kong, with Mario barely able to jump over a barrel. The 1 minute 30-second time limit is also a reference to the original game, that being the time limit that the player has on a single life. This battle stage is 75M, which is an obvious reference to one of the levels from Donkey Kong, and the track for the song is Jump Up Superstar, which in Super Mario Odyssey is sung by Pauline herself during the New Donk City Festival. And with that, we have one more Super Mario Odyssey spirit, Spirit number 80, the Odyssey itself. The Odyssey is a hat-shaped airship that Mario and Cappy discover in Cascade Kingdom, and fix up using power moons. Mario uses it to travel to different kingdoms throughout the world in order to collect moons and try to stop Bowser. The Spirit Battle sees the Odyssey take over a giant Jigglypuff, which is meant to match the size of the ship on a character that can stay in the air for a while. The nurse hat is also a pretty clever reference, meant to be a parallel to the giant sail that the Odyssey has on top. The Pokeball logo even kinda matches up to the Power Moon number on the sail. The hard to launch rule could be a reference to the ship being unable to launch when it's first discovered, or it could just be a reference to the Odyssey being a huge heavy object. Like before, the stage is Rainbow Cruise, with both being ships that can fly in the air, and Fossil Falls is the track, which is a song that plays in the Cascade Kingdom, where the Odyssey is first discovered in the game. And that is going to do it for this video. We have finally made it through all of what you could call the core Super Mario spirits, but we still have more Mario to talk about, like the Mario Kart, Paper Mario, Mario RPG spirits. Like the first 150 ended up being Mario spirits. So that is what we're going to tackle next time. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, and if you are new, please be sure to subscribe so you can learn all about every single spirit battle in the game if you want to. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Peace out, and please remember to be good to one another.